Hello, today we're talking about gluttony. Now, what happens when just one more becomes a habit we can't control? We're talking about food here. So gluttony is often seen as harmless, yes, just eating a little too much, enjoying an extra portion, or overindulging once more in a while. Over time, this becomes an habit that you can really not stop. So that is why it's also known as overfeeding, okay? So, but when it becomes a pattern, it can quietly affect every part of our lives. And that is where it becomes a problem. So, at its core, gluttony is not just about food. It's about excess. When I mean excess intake of food. So it's the inability to stop even when our body has had enough food. So say, for example, you've got kids and you dish large portion of food for them. In your mind, you're giving them enough food to eat. But over time, you see the food is way too much and they keep eating and eating without controlling or trying to stop. That is how you can know signs. The first and most obvious impact is on our health. Why do I say that? Because overeating regularly can lead to weight gain, fatigue, and serious conditions such as heart diseases, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Don't forget, this can happen in kids as well. So when you dish large portion of food for your kids that is above their limit and they struggle to finish it all the time, you are invite all this to them as well. Instead of fueling our body, we began to harm the body. But the effect don't stop there. Gluttony can also affect our mental and emotional well-being. So that is why it's very important you go through guidelines and make sure you are eating portionable size meals and you're also giving your kids portionable size meals. Gone are days when we are ignorant of all this, and now that we are aware, we should try and follow policies and procedures. It can lead to feeling of guilt, shame, and loss of control, or sometimes confidence for kids that are in teenage age. So what starts at comfort can easily turn into regret. So if you're out there, you're a mom, you're dishing large portion of food for your kids and they become very, very obese at a tender age, you need to control that before they go into massive weight gain in their teenage age. It also impacts on our discipline. When we struggle to control one habit, it often spills into other areas of our life. So your child is asking you, Mom, I want this, Mom, I want that. Not because you don't have the money. You do, but you need to learn to control them and teach them to understand that you are doing this for their health, for the future. It affects our productivity, our focus, and even our self-confidence. So you can imagine a 10-year-old going outside and looking like a 20-year-old. It's really not comfortable for the child. So, and beyond the individual, there is a wider impact. Why do I say that? In a world where many people still go hungry, excessive consumption raises important questions about balance, gratitude, and responsibility. So it's up to us to make this change at the very start. Don't leave it till very late when the kids are big that you really can't control. It's something you can start as a parent, and the gradual change will lead to something good. So what can we do is the question. It starts with awareness, and that's the awareness we are creating. Gone are days we made the same mistakes as well, and we don't want people to make the same mistake. So listening to our body matters a lot. Understanding the difference between hunger and habit. Then practicing moderation, not restriction, but balance. If you put all these things together and lifestyle changes, so we can make mindful choices, healthier choices, improve our lifestyle, avoid junky food that will add to our weight gain, and then smaller portions, healthier options, and taking time to appreciate what we eat rather than rushing or overindulging in different types of food. So I hope this video does make sense, because food is meant to nourish our body and not to control us. And that is the reason you need to understand that gluttony may begin with just one more, but its impact can be far greater than we realize in the future. And for kids, as a parent, if your child grows too obese, obviously you've not done your homework as a parent. So that is why we are creating this awareness to parents, especially mothers, So to be mindful of the portion size they give, meals they give to their cats, because the negative effect of that, you might think, oh, you have so much money, you are doing this, you are doing that, but the impact is terrible. So let us choose balance, please. Let us choose discipline. Speak to these cats, they will understand. And most importantly, let us choose to take care of ourselves and our cats from the very start. Thank you for watching these videos. And I do know the video does make sense. If it does, kindly share and subscribe so more people can benefit. And don't forget, this is Chris Santos Investment. I will see you in my next video. Bye.